Hey guys, my name is David Platt. I have the privilege of serving as president of the International Mission Board, which basically is sending out missionaries, thousands of them all around the world for the spread of the gospel. And I want to speak particularly to you guys as RAs because I was in your shoes. I remember being a Royal Ambassador. I remember going to camps and gathering together every week with other RAs and thinking about my life and God and His Word and the part I can play in the spread of God's glory in the world. And I just want to encourage you, when you think about ambassador, like the opportunity we have, that you have, to represent the King, King Jesus, the opportunity you have to do that right where you live. I just pray that God will give you boldness to share the gospel with your friends right around you. Some of you with your family who may not have a relationship with Jesus, might not know who He is and what He's done, that you would look at the people around you. I was praying with my kids just last night about how you don't have to be a certain age to have an impact for God's glory. So right where you are, you can be a part of the spread of the gospel and the spread of His glory through your life, in your school, in your neighborhood, wherever God has put you right now. And then I just want to encourage you right now, as you think about your future. You know, one of the questions people always ask is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or what do you want to do with your life in the future? And I just want to encourage you, as you think about that question, to think about the opportunities that God might give you to spread the gospel around the world. And there's so many ways that could look. That could look like you becoming a full-time missionary somewhere else in the world, moving, like my friend that I was talking to a couple of days ago, to a place in North Africa and living in a pretty difficult, very hot, challenging area for the spread of the gospel to people who've never heard it before. He's serving as an ambassador there for the spread of the gospel. But then there's also other opportunities. I think about another friend of mine who I was talking with recently who's going to school in another country. He's going to go to college in another country so he can be a part of the spread of the gospel there. I was talking to somebody else who's getting a job in another country, and that job is going to be an opportunity for them to share the gospel with people who've never heard it. And so I just want to encourage you right now in your life to open up your life to the possibility that God may lead you somewhere in the world. I'll close with this. I remember one of the most important kind of points in my life as a kid. I was in 6th grade, and I was talking with somebody, and they asked me that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And at that point, I said, I want to be a baseball player. And that was kind of my idea, my dream. And he said, well, that's great, David. But then he followed up and he said, I just want to encourage you. What it means to follow Jesus is it means that you're willing, if He says to put down the bat and the ball and to do something else, that you'll do that. And at that point, I just remembered that conversation like it was yesterday, as I realized, wow, for Jesus to be Lord of my life, for me to be a follower of Jesus means I'll do whatever He wants me to do, however He leads me. And I just want to encourage you to say that in your heart to God, to say, I want to do whatever you want me to do. And if that's be a baseball player or anything else that you're dreaming about, then I'll do that. But God, if you want me to do something different, I'll do that. I just want to follow you. And I promise you, you pray that prayer to God, He will lead and guide your life in ways that you never could have imagined. So I'm so grateful that you're at RA Camp, that you're diving into all things you're diving into. And I pray that God will give you grace, strength, boldness to be an ambassador for Him right where you live right now, and then wherever He might lead you in the days to come.